how to control your own thoughts, how you become the master of your thoughts. Because not every, but a lot of emotions that we go through and we feel is a reflection and the results of the thoughts we have in the moment. Except, okay, maybe sometimes it's generated from our hormonal change, our cycle, I don't know, the food we eat and we consume, how many sleeping hours we had. But most of the time, we, for example, get into ourselves into a sadness mood or like depression, or I don't know, depression is a huge word, I don't like to use it, but like into a low mood state, because we are consuming and we are overthinking some negative thoughts. I don't know if you agree with me, but here's the deal, like our brain easily programmed, and for years a human being, a lot of us, actually not everyone, don't control their own thoughts, and so their brain is programmed to overthink every negative thoughts. It's always the negative one. Our brain is familiar with positive thoughts. So, but when a negative thought comes by, that's the trigger for our brain for overthinking, because our brain gets irritated by a negative thoughts, and so it put it into an overthinking state. How to leave that state of maybe fright and mode generated by this negative thought that crosses our mind, and get it into a state of becoming familiar. Okay, so most of the time a negative thought comes by and our brain is programmed, it's like a duty. This is our duty to overthink this thought. I'm not leaving it, I'm not letting this thought go away. I'm just gonna overthink it and analyze it in order to make it, transform it into something positive. Because yeah, okay, but a lot of people, they don't really manage to distract themselves. It's not even our distraction, it's a habit, it's a decision you take, that I'm not entertaining every single negative thought that crosses my mind. I'm not gonna overthink every single little thought that comes to me as a duty that I have to do it. And this is what I've always knew, or what's familiar to me. So you have to train yourself and believe, like it's a belief that not every thought is a reality. And it happened to me, like in the past, I used to get, like I overthink some negative thoughts and it becomes a reality, and it reflects in my emotions. Like I would be, for example, the happiest 1 minute, and the next minute, because I was thinking about a negative thought, and I'm like, I take myself from this happiness state into a sad state, maybe an angry state, or like an angry emotion, because to me this is a reality. It's a thought, like it came to me, it's a reality, it's something that I have to deal with and I have to feel. And the moment you are dealing with this thought and overthinking, you are, of course you are living, it's a state that your physical body is living, and of course it triggers a certain emotion. So what you should do next time when a thought crosses your mind, just let it go, like watch it floating away, or like think about it. It's like maybe it's something you have to think about it, but it doesn't mean you have to do it at the moment. Like every time that this negative thought triggers, you have to pick up and think about your brain like a drawer where you could put like a files, like in your computer. It doesn't have to be in that moment. You could just put it there and move to the next thing and distract yourself. There is nothing harmless about really distracting yourself from it. You could move, I don't know, physically, you could do something, work, just like creation. It's something, at least for me, it really put me in that state of calmness, like because my thoughts are always powerful. Like in the past I had some problems to deal with it and stop the overthinking. Even if in the middle of the most important task, I would put in hold and think about something else. But like I've tried a lot of techniques and whatever, and it came down to a decision, to be honest. That's what I'm analyzing a lot recently. Everything starts with a decision. Even Overthinking. I know that a lot of people think I have no decision over it. I have no control. This is my brain. I cannot shut down my brain. It's just like that. Oh, I do some breathing work, I breathing exercise, but it doesn't calm my brain. But take that decision that, I mean, who should be in control, you or your own thoughts? Who generates these thoughts initially? Why for years a lot of people, they have been controlled by their own thoughts, thinking that they have no power over it. Like, why don't you train yourself the other way around and take that decision that you're just a thought? I'm not gonna leave that emotion, I'm not gonna think about it, and I am in charge. I am the one in control, and what happens, I'm not gonna think today. Okay, so yeah, just a minute advice for everyone. Thank you. Ciao, bye.